Yay, 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 yay. What's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, beautiful people? This is your guy, Tone DeShields II. And you guys are locked in on another edition of Chalk It Up Sports, a live edition at that, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. We just got to charge it to the game. I know y'all having a hell of a lunchtime special here. In some places, it's 1 o'clock or 1:30 rather. In other places, it's 2:30. Some places, it's 12:30. But regardless, I know a lot of y'all are currently on your lunchtime break, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I'm here. I'm here with you guys to be able to spend it with you. If you guys are on your lunch break, what are you eating? What are you eating? I know for me, I had some eggs, some spinach, and I had some protein. I had some protein in there. I had a burger, no bread, no bread. I've been trying to cut out bread from the diet. You know what I mean? Only eat bread on occasion, but for the most part, we don't buy bread in the house. So I want to know what you guys are eating on your lunch break. I want to know where you are. I want to know what time it is where you are. But first and foremost, let's do some shout outs, man. We got D Aldridge in the building. We got Pro Fan Talk in the building. We got JDM Life in the building. Anthony Dwayne, Ryan Rowe, Carl Ray, Tony. So my man Tony's in New York eating pizza. You know what's funny? I had a pizza on Saturday, this past Saturday, and I was watching a movie, and you know I've been really leaning into my fitness journey lately, and you know I told myself my cheat meal, because I don't do cheat days, I do cheat meals. So my cheat meal was going to be a large pizza from Papa John's. Now, I'm pretty sure I can find better pizza out there, right? Don't kill me, you guys. I'm in a new place, and Papa John's is one of those places that I'm like, you can't really go wrong in a new place. And Shaq owns them now. So, you know, I gotta support Big Diesel. But nonetheless, I had a pizza on Saturday. You know what I mean? New York style, banana peppers, pepperonis on there. What else did I have on there? Spinach, you know, what else did I have on there? You know, your standard cheese. But yeah, my toppings was pretty much pepperoni, spinach, and banana peppers. I love veggies on my pizza, no olives. But my point is, right? I'm so happy to be here with you guys. I'm so glad that I'm able to be the topping to your pizza. I'm able to be the topping to your day. You feel me? So overall, super grateful to be with you guys. Shout out to my man Ibrahim Shepard, Eagle Slayer, Eric Stewart. You know what I mean? Mod Pizza is very good. Blaze Pizza is very good. When I was in Philly, I used to go down Temple and get Blaze Pizza all the time. Absolutely. Blaze Pizza is amazing. See, I'm a thin crust guy, right? How do you guys like your pizza? I'm a thin crust guy. I can't go, you know, Chicago style or whatever. I prefer thin crust. That's my thing. I can't do too much bread. You know, all that bread takes away from the sauce and the cheese and the toppings. I'm a thin crust type of guy. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, you guys. Let's not pull any punches here. Let's not waste any time. Again, I want to know where you guys are. And if you guys are currently on your lunch break or your lunch break just ended, I want to know what you have for lunch. But again, I don't want to waste your time. Y'all saw what the thumbnail said. The Philadelphia Eagles are getting called out for tampering. Is that what's going on right now? They're calling the Philadelphia Eagles out for tampering in their negotiations with Saquon Barkley. Now, I don't know who the head coach is at Penn State. I don't keep up with Penn State football. I don't. I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm a Philadelphia guy, but I don't keep up with Penn State football because Penn State hasn't really been relevant in quite some time. That's just my opinion. But the coach over there spilled the beans. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's wrong. I don't know. But there is a such thing as talking too damn much. Come on, man. You a Penn State guy and you spilling the beans like that. You can't be doing that. But again, the rumor is that the NFL is investigating the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons when it came to their signings of Saquon Barkley and Kirk Cousins, respectively. So, do we believe it? Do you guys believe? Do you guys believe the Philadelphia Eagles tampered? Do you guys believe the Philadelphia Eagles tampered in their signing of Saquon Barkley? Because here's the rule. The rule is teams are not allowed to communicate directly with players during the negotiation window unless the player represents himself as his own agent. Shooter McGavin, are you a Giants fan? Talk to me. If you're a Giants fan, raise your hand. I just want to know who we're dealing with here. Are you a Giants fan, Shooter McGavin? Talk to me. Or are you a Cowboys fan? Or are you a Commanders? Oh, you're a Patriots fan. There we go. Got him. Got him. You see, Shooter, first and foremost, thank you for being here. I appreciate you, man. But here's the thing. The Patriots have fallen into obscurity. Have they not? How the mighty have fallen. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Bailey Zappi can't save you. Oh, your family from Philly. Okay, all right, okay. I'll pull some of my punches, man. I'll pull my punches. But Mac Jones can't save you. Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi. That sounds like a shady law firm, doesn't it? Jones and Zappi. Attorneys at law. Anything you're dealing with, we'll make it disappear. We'll make it disappear. But again, man, you know why is the NFL, why are they hating on us, man? Why are they hating on us? But here's the real reality, though. I don't think anybody would have thought they tampered if that Penn State head coach. What's the Penn State head coach's name? What's his name? Somebody give me a hint. What's the Penn State head coach's name? Because it started with his ass opening his mouth. I don't know if they tampered or not. I'm not saying they did. I'm not saying they didn't. But I think the NFL knows Saquon Barkley with the Philadelphia Eagles is not fair. It can be a cheat code. You see, Saquon Barkley isn't just a running back. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can run routes like a slot receiver. He is one of the best pass blocking running backs in the NFL. So who are James Franklin? Thank you, Anthony. James Franklin. Daquan calls him the underachiever. Bird's Eye View says the Penn State coach told by mistake. He's a sucker. You don't do something like that. You know the rules. You know the rules. You don't do something like that by mistake. Come on, man. This can't be real life, right? This can't be real life. This can't be real life, man. Look at Michael. Michael, you sound bitter. Michael, you sound bitter, Michael. All of a sudden, Saquon can't pass block. You sound bitter. Y'all should have offered him a contract. Saquon Barkley was in your building. He was in your building. All you had to do was pay him. But now y'all want to burn jerseys. Tiki Barber wants to jump out the window. All fair in love and war. All fair in love and war. But the fact of the matter is, don't get mad at Saquon Barkley for doing what's best for him. Now, in the grand scheme of things, all jokes aside, I think the New York Giants made the right decision by not paying Saquon Barkley. They made the right decision because they were not a running back away from being a successful franchise. That's the honest truth. That's me taking away the bias and the jokes. The reality is the Giants made a smart decision by not re-signing Saquon Barkley. They made a smart decision. The reality is the Giants are not a running back away. You only pay a guy like that if you feel like he's the missing piece to your puzzle. And the Giants had a lot more holes to fill. I like the Brian Burns trade. I think you guys stole that from the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers are idiots. They could have got 2 first-rounders for Brian Burns last season. They could have got a lot for Brian, but they got a 2nd and a 5th round pick for Brian Burns. Are they serious? Y'all knew y'all wasn't going to pay him. So why didn't you trade him when his value was at its highest? Nonetheless, the Giants took advantage of a dying dog a dying cat in the Carolina Panthers. So I give credit where credit is due. I'm not going to kill the Giants for not re-signing Saquon, but I will kill the fans for showing their ass these past couple days, for acting like Saquon didn't give you 6 seasons of production. Did he get hurt a season or 2? He had that one season where he only played 2 games, but he was your offense, was he not? He was the play calling sheet. He was the playbook. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. The organization didn't want him. And I'm not mad about that because at the end of the day, they were not a running back away. So it makes sense from a business perspective. From a team building perspective, the Giants were not a running back away. So therefore, I totally understand them not paying him. That makes sense to me. But what doesn't make sense is Giants fans acting like they didn't see the writing on the wall. And that's the problem with Giants fans. That's the problem with that organization. They thought they were better than what they were. If you ask a Giant fan, they'll say, Saquon should have never left. He should have never got paid. As a running back, you got a chance to get $26 million guaranteed in your back pocket, and you trying to tell me he shouldn't have took that? Come on now. Stop it. Stop it. Hey, shooter. You're a Patriots fan. You better act like you know. Don't you dare start defending Giants fans when they stole 2 Super Bowls from you. Shooter, you know better. The Giants stole 2 Super Bowls from you, and you sitting here defending them, shooter? You should be ashamed, McGavin. You should be ashamed. Michael's saying, I will happily take your 1st-round pick, though. That's if you can prove it. Can you prove it? Can you prove tampering was involved? Can you prove it? It's not about what you think you know. It's not about what you feel. It's about, can you prove it, Michael? Thanks for locking in on the content, man. Shooter McGavin says, man, the team won it. I don't mind the Giants fans. It's you drunk, obese Eagles fans that stole one that are worse. Oh, my God. Michael, I said that in jest. The Eagles don't tamper. That's not what we do here. We don't move like that. We're an upstanding franchise. We're an upstanding franchise, Michael. But Shooter, we didn't steal nothing from you. We went blow for blow. We went gun for gun. You pulled your biggest gun out. We pulled our biggest gun out. It was a shootout. Come on, Shooter. Your name is Shooter McGavin. You should know better than this. It was a shootout. It was a gunsling. It was a gun show. And we lived to tell the story. To the victor goes the spoils. Come on, man. I know you know. I know you know, Shooter. I know you know. It's all fun and games. Hey, Michael. Saquon Barkley is a Philadelphia Eagle now. It's okay. It's okay. It's quite all right. It's quite all right. Let me show y'all something that looks pretty cool on the internet. Let me just show y'all something. The internet is such a funny place, man. Let me show y'all something really quickly. Woo! That looks scary. That looks like a group, does it not? They look like the Expendables. This new look Eagles offense looks like the Expendables. They look like the Avengers. Are we serious? They look like the Expendables. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, that is crazy. That's crazy, man. And look, I've been very transparent about, the Saquon Barkley signing. It's for Shooter, shut the hell up. Hey, Shooter, shut up. We still got a lot of off season left. Shut up, Shooter. So where was I? I got thrown off because Shooter said something that kind of burned me up a little bit. But here's the thing, man. This defense, this offense is pretty lethal, man. You got to give credit where credit is due to Howie Roseman for finding a way to make it happen. Although, I've been very transparent. about, the Saquon Barkley signing, and I told you guys my concerns. Can he stay healthy? I have those concerns as well. I think he can. But it's kind of hard to stay healthy when you're playing on the MetLife turf. When you're playing on the MetLife turf monster, it's kind of hard to stay healthy, is it not? It's hard when you're playing on the worst turf in the NFL. So I think Saquon Barkley has a better chance of staying healthy playing on grass, where we can afford to maintain the grass, unlike the Giants or the Jets. We can afford to maintain a grass surface. It's no big thing. We care about our players. We want guys to be as healthy as possible. So, although the Saquon Barkley signing, like I've been talking about all week, it's exciting at face value. But I felt like they could have spent a lot of that money on defense. On defense for sure. Hey, Michael, didn't y'all just let Xavier McKinney walk? Hold on. Michael, didn't y'all let Xavier McKinney walk? You want to talk about a Swiss cheese secondary? Who's your corners? Who's your safeties? Y'all let Julian Love walk. Y'all let Xavier McKinney walk. Michael, don't throw stones at a glass house. Don't throw stones from a glass house, my man. Be careful. Don't throw stones from a glass house, kid. Now, where was I? DC Trucker says it's hard to stay healthy being a one-man offense. Yeah, it is. I can only imagine. I know for a fact it is. It's hard staying healthy when you're a one-man offense, when you're a one-man show, when you're a one-man wrecking crew. I totally understand it's really hard to stay healthy. But here's the thing. Right? Well, Shooter asked a very good question. He says, why do you think the O-line would be the same without Kelce? See, here's the thing. You assume I think that. You assume that. I don't think that at all. I've been pretty transparent about the new look offensive line. I've been pretty transparent about it. Losing Kelce. The Philadelphia Eagles, in my opinion, no longer have a top 3 offensive line. No longer. No longer have a top 3 O-line. But are they top 7? Yeah. Top 7, top 6? Yeah. And here's the thing. If you have a top 10 offensive line in the NFL, you're doing all right for yourself. That's what you fail to understand. When you got a top 10 offensive line, you can the world is your oyster. You dig what I'm saying? So when you get into the top 3 offensive lines, you start splitting hairs. When you get into the top 5, top 6, maybe it's a player there, a player there. When you get into the top 10, you start saying, okay, this player and this player, maybe they're a little weak at this position. But the Eagles still have a top 10 offensive line at minimum. Top 7, top 6, around that area. Legitimately. But the Giants, the Patriots, I'm curious to know what kind of offensive line is being built over there. I'm really curious. I'm curious to know how far you think you can go with Danny Nichols. I'm curious to know how far you think you can go with that. But nonetheless, let's not get off topic here. The Philadelphia Eagles are currently under investigation for tampering in their signing of Saquon Barkley. All because a Penn State head coach misspoke. A Penn State head coach misspoke. James Franklin misspoke. So the bottom line is they got to deal with that. I don't think they were tampering, if you had to ask me, honestly. I don't think they were tampering at all. It wasn't really much to tamper with. He was a free agent. And let's be frank about this. It wasn't like the Giants had his rights. Wasn't like the Giants were going to pay him anyway. So I don't call that tampering. But nonetheless, you can't talk to the player directly. You got to talk to his representation. Oh man, shooter. I think the Patriots have a solid defense, but the offense is the problem. That's the problem. But nonetheless, though, Saquon Barkley is going to be a hell of a player for the Philadelphia Eagles. This is by far the best offensive line he's played with ever. This is by far the best offensive line Saquon Barkley has played behind ever. The New York Giants couldn't sniff the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line without Jason Kelce. You don't have a single offensive lineman better than our worst one. Come on, man. We can go blow for blow, and I'm taking my guy over your guy every time. I'm an Eagles fan. That's why I don't think that Xavier. Well, first, let me put it to you this way: I'm not paying Xavier McKinney $17 million a year. I'm not. See, I'm gonna give you guys my honest take. I'm gonna be very transparent. I'm not just your regular Eagles fan. Okay, I know how to be objective. I like to have fun, but I know how to be objective. So when it comes to Xavier McKinney, I'm not paying him $17 million. I'm not paying Xavier McKinney $17 million at all. That's just, when he got that money, I was shocked. I don't know if you was in the last live stream, Michael, or the first or the one on Monday, but I was completely in shock when I saw Xavier McKinney got that money. I was shocked. I was like, damn, 17 million a season for Xavier McKinney? I don't know. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying he's not worth a pretty penny, but 17 million for Xavier McKinney? Oh, I don't know. That makes me nervous. That makes me nervous. Also, I think the same logic goes for the Saquon Barkley situation as it does for the Xavier McKinney situation. I don't think the Giants were in a position to. I don't think. I don't think the Giants were in a position to invest that kind of money at running back and safety when they have so many more fish to fry. Right. Right. That's my line of thinking. I don't think they was in a position to spend that kind of money on those two positions in particular. And I think the Giants are actually trying to be smart for the first time in their lives. You should have never gave Daniel Jones that money. Never. You should have picked up the 5th-year option and rolled the dice. And you probably would have been picking in the top 10 at quarterback. As a matter of fact, are the Giants picking in the top 10? I'm not sure. Okay, so the Giants are picking at number 6. They're picking number 6. They have the 6th overall pick because they went 6-11. But nonetheless, they're picking at number 6, and they may go quarterback. But regardless, though, the Philadelphia Eagles consistently show you that they are the team that's always going to be on the front end of the curve. But really quickly, though, make sure you guys smash that like button. I would really appreciate that. I appreciate all the love and support that you guys provide to the show. Make sure you guys smash that like button if you like what you hear. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you like the energy, if you like the vibes as well. I'm always grateful to you guys for showing love to the content. And if you guys always want to be notified whenever I drop a video or whenever I go live, whenever there's a post on the community page, make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you guys can know whenever I go live, whenever I drop any kind of content, you'll get notified immediately. So make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, and make sure you guys also hit that notification bell. As of right now, we got 103 people on the live stream. We got 70 people watching via Twitter. Thank you guys as well. We have 33 people watching on YouTube. Thank you guys as well. You see, we're building our own community here. We're slowly building something, you guys. And I want you guys to be a part of this journey. Because Chalk It Up Sports went through a very lengthy hiatus. But we're back. We're back in full effect. And we're here to talk about everything you guys want to talk about. We're here to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. We're here to talk about the NFC East. We're here to talk about free agency. You know, sooner or later, we're going to start talking about this draft as it gets closer. And I'm going to start to give you guys my, my favorite prospects to watch. But I'm grateful to you guys. I'm grateful to you guys for being here and for always showing love. Shout out to my man, Furman Figueroa. Furman Figueroa. Shout out to my man, Furman Figueroa, with the $2 super chat, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. He says, forget them. Where would you go in the draft? That's a good question, Furman. It's a very good question. You see, free agency makes you shift, makes you shift your narrative when it comes to the draft, right? But I think the Philadelphia Eagles need to go heavy on defense in this upcoming draft. Heavy. I don't think they need to draft any offensive players in the first 4 rounds. I don't think so. Unless it's an offensive lineman, maybe. But other than that, I think the Philadelphia Eagles need to go really heavy on defense, Furman. Heavy. So I say that to say, I think the Philadelphia Eagles should draft a corner in the first round. I think the Eagles should draft a corner in the first round. That's my honest opinion. And the player that falls perfectly in line with where they are in the draft, Kool-Aid McKinstry, maybe Nate Wiggins out of Clemson. You know what I mean? You see, I only want the DBs that had to defend the best players. That's all I want. I don't want no corner out of Wichita State. You know what I'm saying, Furman? I need a corner from the SEC. You feel what I'm saying? I'll even go as far as the ACC maybe. But listen, everybody can't be Sauce Gardner coming out of Cincinnati. Everybody can't be Sauce Gardner coming out of Cincinnati, man. How often do you find corners coming out of Cincinnati? Other than Sauce Gardner, who's the best corner to come out of Cincinnati? Not named Sauce Gardner. Somebody tell me. Because I would love for the Eagles to go corner in the first round. You got to start thinking about life beyond Darius Slay and James Bradberry. Who knows if James Bradberry has anything left after the way he showed his ass in 2023? How bad he looked? Who knows if James Bradberry has anything left? And then Darius Slay coming off of a Pro Bowl season, but still wasn't his best season. But at the same time, he was their best DB. And it's kind of hard to really showcase your impact when everybody else around you sucks. So I think I would go corner in the first round. The Eagles also have 2 second-round picks. Now, the question is, do they trade up? Do they package those and trade up somehow and get the guy they want? Or do they remain patient and grab best available? And Shooter, you bring up a good point. You bring up a good point, man. You bring up a hell of a good point. The reality is Slay is 32, 33 years old. At some point, the cliff has to come to fruition. And Spa, I understand that too. I understand that. I didn't like the situations they put Bradberry in. Say what y'all want about Jonathan Gannon. Gannon did not expose his corners to trauma. But also the D-line and you had better D-line play and you had better linebacker play in 2022 than you did in 2023. So when you don't have that, it makes it harder for your corners to do their job. When your D-line can't get pressure, when y'all can't stop the run, when your linebackers suck in coverage, it makes everybody else look bad. So I do agree that they didn't do a good job in putting Bradberry in the most optimal situations. You don't put Bradberry man-to-man with a single high safety. You don't do that. You don't do that. So, again, James Bradberry made everybody look bad. But I do agree with DC Trucker that CJ coming back is going to help a lot. CJ coming back is going to help a lot. He had one of his best seasons of his career with the Philadelphia Eagles. He's a risk taker. He's not the greatest in run defense, but that's not why I want him there though. If the Eagles D-line and linebackers are doing their job, CJGJ is going to have a fine season along with the other DBs. As you see, I'm not one of those content creators that's just going to act like one thing can perform independently of the other. You want your DBs to play well? Well, you better make sure their D-line playing well. You want your linebackers to play well? Well, you better hope that D-line playing well. If your D-line can't get pressure or stop a nosebleed, it exposes everybody. It's football. It's the greatest team sport on the planet. It's the greatest team sport on the planet. Everybody has a role. And if one person does not do their job, it can expose someone else who probably was doing their job. Right? I think all football fans, regardless of your allegiance, can agree with that. It don't matter what team you support. If your safety does not do his job, it can expose your corner, right or wrong. Perfect example in the Super Bowl. When Greenlaw went down, what happened to Fred Warner? What happened to those other guys? Travis Kelce took him to a clinic. Dre Greenlaw he had Kelce in the clamps, in the vice grip. He had Kelce in the, Kelce couldn't breathe. He had him in the vice grip. And then Dre Greenlaw went down, and all of a sudden, Kelce came up for air. And then everybody was food. Everybody got torched. I say that to say everybody has a job to do. And if one person is not available to do their job, it can mess up the whole soup. You ever had somebody make you a dish and then you taste it? You say, what is that? That's too much salt. Too much salt. Everything else looks good. The potatoes look good. The broth looks good. The Italian sausage looks good. The chicken looks good. The veggies looks good. The peppers and all that. It all looks good, but too much salt or not enough salt. One misstep in the pot can ruin the whole recipe. So, look, the reality is, the Philadelphia Eagles got to think long and hard about their future beyond James Bradbury and beyond Darius Slay. They have to. I think that's why you got to go corner in the first round. You have to. That's my humble opinion. You got to go corner in the first round. Right? But again, just to do a quick reset, the Philadelphia Eagles are currently under investigation by the NFL for tampering in their signing of Saquon Barkley. I'm not rolling with that. And Niner, for the record, you better tread lightly, my G. You better tread lightly. You're in the wrong place if you think you're going to get smooth talking over here. Last time I checked, that Super Bowl didn't go as you intended. Trust me, I know what that's like. Trust me, I know what that's like. To have the best season in your conference, to make it that far, to think you got them on the ropes. You thought you had them on the ropes. Hey, listen, live chat. Tell me if I'm wrong. Niners all day thought they had the Chiefs on the ropes, didn't they? Didn't they? Talk to me, y'all. Don't go radio silent on me. Don't go radio silent. The Niners thought they had them on the ropes. They thought they had Mahomes in that team on the ropes. They went up 10-0 and they said, we're going to win it. We're going to win it. Listen, I've been up 10 before in the Super Bowl. The Eagles have been up 10 before in the Super Bowl. It's not enough. It's never enough when you dealing with Patrick Mahomes. It's never enough. Mahomes is a cheat code. Listen, you can't let Mahomes breathe. If you're going against Mahomes in any capacity, you better make sure he's down by 30 in the fourth quarter. Because if he's down by 17 or even 10, it's a wrap. He coming back for that ass. But again, I think Saquon Barkley is going to be a hell of a player for the Philadelphia Eagles. His talent speaks for itself. Has he had to battle injury? Has he had to battle injury throughout his career? Absolutely. Absolutely. But you tend to get hurt a lot when you're overused, overworked, and you're playing in an environment that's not optimal for your health. Any Giants fans in the building, tell me right or wrong, that MetLife turf is dangerous, isn't it? It's like falling on concrete. That MetLife turf is not where it's at. Tell me if I'm wrong. But Saquon Barkley playing on a grass surface most of the season was going to do wonders for him. Playing with Michael said it's beautiful. You a damn lie. You a damn lie. But nonetheless, I think when you couple AJ Brown with Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, that offensive line, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, it's a sight to behold. See, when you're close, you can make moves like that. But when you're not close, you can't. Like I said, to the victor goes the spoils. My man Furman gave me another $2 super chat. Sorry, I almost missed it, my man. He says, who would you go up to get and what will it take? Ooh, man. Furman. Who would I go up and get and who? Man. That's a good question. See, it's all see, I'm not overreaching, right? So I'm not just going to jump up for a guy if I know I can get him, wherever I'm at. So the Eagles don't need a quarterback, obviously, so they're not going to jump up. They're not going to go up for that. The offensive tackle, Joe Alt, I don't see them going up for that. I don't see that happening. Dallas Turner, edge rusher out of Alabama. You see, it all depends, but I don't really see them going up. But so far, I think the Eagles got their eye on a corner or a D lineman. It's going to be one or the other. They're not drafting a linebacker. There's no real linebackers in this first round that you really take a chance on. You could wait. But I think the Philadelphia Eagles, I think if they feel like they can get Kool-Aid, or if they can't get one of those top three corners, I think they're going to try to move up. If they move up, it's going to be for the player they want. Michael says they'll move up for a long snapper. That's insane. Michael Kerwin, what's going on, my friend? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, man. It has to be either corner or D lineman. That's what I think. The Eagles are definitely going defense in the first round, and it's either going to be a corner or a D lineman. Yeah. 2020 vision has it. cornerback, or edge. It's one of the other. And I think they can go best available. I firmly think that. I don't think they have to move. I don't think they have to reach for anything. Let the draft fall to you. Because here's the thing. Once Justin Fields gets traded, that's going to be the domino effect. That's going to be the domino effect. Jason 18. He says, Tone was good, brother. Eagles pressure soon. Oh, word? You see, I would watch it with you guys, but I don't want them to kick me off of YouTube. Sinead, that's funny. He says, cornerback or edge means we're getting an offensive tackle. Hey, listen, you got to think about life beyond Lane Johnson too, right? Listen, you lost Jason Kelce, and you can likely lose Lane Johnson after this season. They may have to go O-line, right? They may have to. I want to give a quick shout out to you guys, man. We got 90 people watching via Twitter. You guys on Twitter, man. Make sure you guys, hit that like button on Twitter. Make sure you guys, retweet it as well. Also, make sure you guys check me out on YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link is in my Twitter bio. So make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube page, Chalk It Up Sports. If you guys are locked in on Twitter, I appreciate you guys regardless of where you're watching the show, but just lock in on my YouTube page as well. We got 90 people watching on Twitter, and we have 32 people watching on YouTube. So I'm grateful to you guys. Make sure you guys smash the like button. As a matter of fact, my Twitter people, if y'all could, if it means so much to me, if you guys hopped over to the YouTube side, hit that like button, and then you can go back to Twitter and and do what makes you feel comfortable. But overall, man, make sure you guys hit that like button. It means a lot to me for sure. It means a lot to me. So overall, I can't wait. I can't wait for the new season. I can't wait for the draft. I can't wait for training camp. It's going to be really, really exciting. All right, let me see here. Okay. All right. Boom. Hit that like button. Like I said, I appreciate you guys for hitting the like button for me. Sorry about that. I was trying to hit something. All right. All right, cool. So, yeah, Saquon Barkley is now a Philadelphia Eagle. Saquon and Bryce Huff are being introduced to the media right now. Where is that? Here it is. Let me click on that. I'm currently watching it right now. So let's see here. Let's see. So they're going to be meeting approximately at 3 p.m. Oh, wow. It's okay. So this should be starting any minute. So I think this is what I'll do. I'm going to let it play in the background, but I'm going to talk over it because I don't want to get pulled off of YouTube. NBC be hating sometimes. Michael, you keep talking about this first round pick that you're not getting. Shout out to my man Cody's Nuts. Oh man. So yeah, I want to shift gears a little bit. I was talking about I want to talk about Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis has a ton of pressure on him in 2024. And quite honestly, he can't afford to come in out of shape. You see, they said he was in shape, and he looked like he was in shape at first. But then the motor shot out. And then it got so bad that Brian Baldinger said, I wouldn't even let him dress. That's how bad he looked. He was leaning on guys. He was falling on guys. Jordan Davis got to step his weight up. And Michael Kerwin. Thank you for locking in on the content, but here's the problem, man. Here's the sad reality. The sad reality is he has to be a starter. He has to be a starter, Michael, because you drafted him 13th overall. Fletcher Cox is not here anymore. It's the Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter show. Those two guys are your future at the defensive tackle position. Howie Roseman invested 2 first-round picks back-to-back on Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, respectively. The 2022 draft and the 2023 draft. There's no room for error. There's none. There's none. Because here's another thing about it, and I always speak about it. He's entering year 3, and the Eagles are eventually going to have to decide if they're going to pick up his 5th-year option. Kerwin, I'm a Milton Williams fan. I think Milton Williams is an underrated D tackle. I think Milton Williams can probably be a starter somewhere in the NFL, somewhere in this league. He could be a starter. And currently, Milton Williams is in a contract year. So Milton Williams has an opportunity here. Here's the thing. Flexing and stepping, what's going on? Welcome to the show. If Milton Williams outplays Jordan Davis, we're going to have some issues. We're going to have some issues if Milton Williams outplays Jordan Davis. We're going to have those kind of issues. Because best believe the Philadelphia Eagles, they want their first-round picks on the field. This is the NFL. You pay them, you play them. You're paying your first-round pick a lot of money. So, therefore, you got to pay him. You got to play him, excuse me. Shout out to my man Cody's Nuts, man. Listen, that handle, that name is crazy. But you donated $10 to the channel, man. So I'm gonna call you by your full government, Cody's Nuts. Donating $10 to the super chat, man. I call you what you want. Giving me a $10 super chat, I call you what you want, Cody. So shout out to my man Cody's Nuts for the $10 super chat. He says, keep up the good work. I need to figure out your start time, so I'm in here on time. Also, I'm big on Milton as well. Hey, listen, Cody, it's not your fault. It's my fault. I don't really have times that I actually go live. It just so happens that the past few days, this week I've been going live at 1 o'clock. That's 1 o'clock my time. That's kind of worked for me. I'm in the central time zone. I used to live in Philadelphia. I grew up, born and raised in Philadelphia, grew up there all my life. I moved down south. So, better weather. You get more bang for your buck when it comes to the housing market. And yeah. So Cody's Nuts, thank you so much, my man. The start times is not your fault. I don't have an exact time where I go live quite yet. I don't have a schedule ironed out just yet. But just make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. And also make sure you got the notification bell on. If you notice on the YouTube dashboard, you'll see a notification bell next to the subscribe button. You'll be able to get a notification on your phone every single time I go live. Every single time I drop any kind of content, you'll get a notification. So just make sure you got that notification bell turned on, along with the rest of you guys as well. Make sure that notification bell was turned on, and that you'll know exactly when I go live and whenever I drop any type of content. So Cody, don't stress about it. If you miss anything, you can always double back on my YouTube channel, and you can always watch stuff like that. So Cody, I appreciate you so much for the $10 super chat. It means a lot to me. It goes a long way, my friend. Best believe that. It goes a long way. Goes a long way, man. Thank you, Cody. I really appreciate you. Shout out to my man Furman with another $2 super. Hey, listen, Furman, I appreciate you. You see, I don't take super chats lightly because that's your hard-earned money, and you're donating it to a stranger like me. But I don't consider you guys strangers. We come in and talk sports all the time. We talk trash. We have fun. We laugh it up. But I also hope that you guys really appreciate the content, man, because I appreciate you guys for taking the time out to kick it with me. I don't take that for granted. So Furman Figueroa with the $2 super chat. He says Quentin Mitchell Terrian. He said Quentin Mitchell, Terrian Arnold, or Nate Wiggins. That's a good question. All right, I'll be fully transparent with you guys. I don't watch college football. I don't watch college football like that. I'll be totally transparent with you guys. I'm not going to pretend like I know everything about these prospects. I'm not going to pretend like I've been watching these guys. So I kind of looked at you guys as well, to provide me with some insight, to provide me with some information regarding some of these prospects, especially some of the cornerbacks. So, Terrian, thank you for the $2 super chat, my man. I appreciate you, but I don't watch too much college football. I don't get the opportunity to really. So I want to know what you guys think about these prospects, as a matter of fact. Those of you who are familiar with Quentin Mitchell's game, Terrian Arnold's game, Nate Wiggins, how would you guys rank these three prospects? 1 through 3, 1 being the best prospect, 3 being the least of the three. How would you guys rank Quentin Mitchell, Terrian Arnold, or Nate Wiggins if you guys watched them in college? Because I didn't get a chance to really watch them in college. I don't really watch too much college football. Hey, don't pay Michael no mind. He's just a little bitter. That's all. Don't pay Michael no mind, Furman. He's a little bitter. He's a little bitter. Chene says, but again, thank you, Furman, for the $2 super chat. Thank you again for the $2 super chat. And Cody's Nuts, thank you for the $10 super chat, man. I really appreciate the support you guys provide, man. I really do. So, where was I? Chin A, he says, I'm not giving up on Jordan yet. I still like him as a nose tackle. I can't give up on him yet because they drafted him in the first round, and he's entering year 3. He has too much raw physical ability for me to give up on him just yet. But this is the last year for me. This is it. This is it for me. This is it. This has to be the year. Because if the Eagles don't pick up that 5th-year option, it's going to tell you everything you need to know. It will tell you everything you need to know if they don't pick up that 5th-year option. Furman says Arnold 1, Mitchell 2, Wiggins 3. Okay, so he has Terrian Arnold 1, Mitchell 2, and Nate Wiggins 3. Okay. All right. I think most draft boards have them like that as well. Yo, Tone, what do you think about sound drops? See, I gotta get one of those sound machines so I can do sound drops. I gotta get one of those sound machines. That's what I gotta do. But sound drops are always fun. You see, it's just me producing and running this thing. You know what I'm saying? Me talking to you guys, me producing on the fly by myself. I'm a one-man army. So I definitely do got to look into getting sound drops though. We got 100 people tuned in on Twitter, 19 people tuned in on YouTube, man. I appreciate you guys. I really, really do appreciate it. So make sure you guys smash that like button and make sure you guys stay engaged. Michael says, I think, Michael, come on, man. I can't keep entertaining this stuff, man. I can't. So yeah, Jordan Davis, he's on the clock. Because here's some details about this stuff. Jordan Davis. You can't be that big with that kind of athleticism and be a non-factor down the stretch. It's just not right. It's just not right. So Jordan Davis, 6'6", 336, 24 years old, right? His 2022 season was not something to write home about at all. His 2023 season was better, and he stayed healthy. But the fact of the matter is, he ran out of gas after week 12, after week 13. He ran out of gas. So it's almost like, damn, what have you done for me lately? He found ways to get to the quarterback, but overall, he was just falling on guys, man. He wasn't a force. And then when you look at his snap totals, here's what makes it even more crazy. Let me zoom in on that to give you guys a better view. Let me zoom in on that. Look at the snap totals. Jordan Davis in 2022, only 224 snaps, which was 26%. In 2023, through 17 games, he gave you 45% of the snaps and 519 total snaps. Here's the thing. The fact of the matter is, Fletcher Cox is no longer on this roster. So therefore, the press conference starting. It's starting. Here we go.
How's everyone doing?
Here we go. Can y'all hear this? Tell me if I can hear it.
When it came to my attention, that the Eagles were one of the teams that were interested in me. I definitely got excited about it. Obviously, we got everything wrapped up and just put my signature to the paper. But from watching from afar, everything that they're about, the culture here, the fans.
I'm watching the Saquon press conference right now.
I'm excited about it, and I'm just happy to be a part of this organization. I'm ready to go.
Saquon Barkley's in the building. Let me know if y'all can hear this or not. If y'all can hear it, that's awesome.
Yeah, he reached out and congratulated me. I got back to him, but it's kind of been hectic couple of days. So after this, probably pick up the phone call and talk to him and see if it was the best spot to live and all that good stuff.
I think face this team as much as you have. What was your perception from the other side?
Yeah, like I said, from watching from afar what everything this team about, what the city's about, and they have that mentality. They want to win. I know everyone's stuck on last year, but
this is going to be the first situation that Saquon Barkley is in where they can actually win, Michael. This is going to be the first situation Saquon Barkley is in where he's actually playing football for something.
I'm just happy to be a part of it. What do you say to Giants fans who were hurt by you leaving there? Yeah, the fans, the Giants fans that were hurt about me leaving, I got nothing but love and respect for all those guys and all those ladies and just the fans. For the last 6 years, they've been great to me.
Cody, can you guys hear it?
Family, created so many memories. I don't think I really handled it the right way on social media. I think I could have gave a proper goodbye. Like I said, once I announced, everything kind of got hectic. But yeah, I'm forever grateful for the Giants fans and so thankful for them. But unfortunately, the NFL is a business, and I was able to get
Giants fans, you messed up.
Place that
you messed up.
Come here, I can compete and I can win. I can stay close to home. And I'm just
messed up.
To be part of this team.
Yeah.
You messed up.
The running back market, you've mentioned guaranteed money a couple of times, tweeting about it. And why is that important? The position to yourself, to the negotiations you have.
I don't think it's just important for just the running back position. I think for any player in the NFL, it's important to get the most guaranteed money that you can. And my agent Ed did an unbelievable job. That was the task that we wanted.
Saquon Barkley is in the building.
He got it done. But we play in the NFL. Not just the running backs, but everybody. It's a gruesome sport. You never know what can happen in this game, so it's important. And I'm just happy that we're able to get that done. And the business side of it's over, and now I can go out there and compete and go try to win.
Who on the current roster has reached out to you, and what have their messages been to you?
Yeah, I talked to KG, and I talked to Jalen a little bit. But yeah, those, like I said, it's been really hectic the last couple of days, and I'm just happy to finally get here.
Saquon Barkley going for 2,000 yards.
Today, so
He going for let me stop playing. He going for 1,800. He going for 1,700.
But like I said, just extremely excited to be here.
Hey, Michael, to be technical, we gave him 26 million. To be technical.
More special I'm able to do with my friends and family.
How do you think it could either change your game or unlock your game in a different way?
I think for the
we technically gave him 26 million. 26 million on the arm.
Something new, different excitement. I feel like I'm a rookie all over again. Some new team meetings, new strength. It's a new locker room, everything. But also just being around, talented guys, especially on the offensive side of the ball. You got Jalen, you got AJ, Devontae, a tremendous offensive line. And I feel like I'm a special player. I feel like I still got a lot left. And
of course.
I just can't wait to get on the field with those guys and improve it and show it to the world.
Your family here, what does it mean to come back home close to your roots and all the people of Whitehall area and everybody who watched you as a kid growing up?
Hey, Michael, you sound bitter, man. Don't do it.
Back to everybody that knows me.
It's unbecoming.
Playing high school football here and playing college football here.
It's unbecoming, Michael.
Stay close to home.
W.
It's a blessing that for Thanksgiving.
Saquon Barkley is a Philadelphia Eagle champ. He actually playing for something. He not just holding up a franchise that doesn't care about winning. He's actually trying to win football games.
Happy to be here. I'm happy to be a Philadelphia Eagle.
After the 6 years you had up there, why do you still feel like you have a lot?
That's just me. That's my mindset. I'm always going to have that mindset. Every year, how can I get better? How can I improve? Go back, watch the little things, learn from my mistakes, learn from the stuff that I did good, and just keep leveling up.
We got 105 people watching on Twitter. We got 18 people watching on YouTube. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know content is on the way.
Just looking at the history of all the great running backs, all of them were able to do that. So I pride myself on that, and that's something I know that I can continue to improve. And whether it's running the ball in between tackles, outside tackles, catching the ball, pass blocking, all those things that really make you every down back is something I want to continue to get better at, and I'm going to.
Ooh, that's a good question, Cody. That's a good question, Cody. That's a really good question. I don't know. That's a really good question.
Coach Frank and I think he kind of misinterpreted. The truth was the sell pitch to Penn State. How many Penn State fans are Philadelphia Eagles fans? But that was through my agent, and my agent told me that. So, it happens, and I'm let the Philly in on that.
What are your thoughts on Jalen as a quarterback and things that are possible between him?
Oh yeah.
See, nobody tampered, man. That was a
special player he is. I know.
James Franklin is just an idiot. That's all. James Franklin is just an idiot. That's all. No tampering involved.
It's not just something that you see on the outside. You talk to everybody in this building. I think they will all say similar things, say the same things. Obviously, you can run the ball pretty well, but just a mindset. I'm big in that. The mindset that you have, and that's a guy that you want to go out there and play for.
The coaching staff has talked about Jalen's contributions to learning, kind of like +1 in the run game. I guess when you played with mobile quarterbacks in the past, how does that help?
Cody, I'm gonna go back to that question. I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna put a star on that. I'm gonna come back to that question. That's a really good question, Cody.
Take me away.
That's a really good question.
If you want to stick with Jalen, then you got me running against it behind a great offensive line. So I look forward to all of that, and especially not just Jalen and offensive line, but all the talent around it too.
A lot of people will look at the number of touches a running back has that you've had in the last few years and wonder if there's going to be a drop off.
Make sure you guys smash that like button. You guys are tuned in to Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. We're tuned into the Saquon Barkley press conference.
And I'm a big believer in learning from the Walters, the Berries, and the list goes on and on. I'm not comparing myself to those guys, but a lot of those guys played into the well into the 30s. So, I don't get into the analytics and all that stuff. I believe in the work that you put in is what you get out, and I'm continuing to have that mindset. I'm going there tomorrow for pro day and talk to some of the guys. So yeah, I guess we'll have that conversation.
Has he given you advice as you become a veteran player, how things have to change when it comes to preparing your body?
Yeah, I got to talk to him last year in training camp when we
Shout out to Saquon Barkley. Shout out to Saquon.
I was just sitting there in awe, to be honest. I got to talk for like 20, 30 minutes, and he gave me a lot of great advice. And,
Philadelphia Eagle, baby.
Just how to take care of your body, the things he did during the week in all season and in season. And, I just take bits and pieces from it and try to add it to my routine.
In this position, when they reached out to you to make that type of investment, what was your reaction?
My reaction was, I was super happy that I have an opportunity to come back and stay close to home and play for a great team and just ready to get the business.
The Eagles do not historically invest this kind of money in the running back position.
So many people.
This is not what they do. It's just not. So when you think about it from that perspective, I mean, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. They do not invest this kind of money in the position.
Last year after the understanding, why was it so important for you to come back as quick as you did?
That's who I am. And hopefully I'm able to show that to you guys and to this organization and to, the fans and everyone in Philly. I'm a competitor and I want to go out there, I want to compete and I want to win. And it means that much to me, no matter if I'm hurt, no matter what.
Make sure you guys smash that like button. I really appreciate all the love and support.
My dad and my mom, my parents and brothers and sisters can attest to that. That is something that I take pride in. So no matter what, I want to be out there. People want to be in my position and go out there playing the game of football. I'm playing a child's game and getting paid pretty well for it. So
the other side for so many years, is it weird at all?
Yeah, definitely. When I put this hoodie on, definitely a little different. And seeing my daughter there, put it on the Philadelphia Eagles stuff. She's seen, we've been on the worst side of the rivalry, I guess you could say, for the past couple of years. But I'm happy.
Saquon Barkley, press conference, talking to the media right now in Philadelphia.
I'm gonna take pride in my community. That's something that I try my best to do in New York and New Jersey. So I look forward to that.
Michael Kerwin says, everyone's saying you don't need a running back these days, but look at both Super Bowl teams last year. They both had really good running backs. Absolutely. It's all about just production in the running game, right?
What's your question? I'll be shy now.
All right, cool. Short and sweet to the point. Okay, I like that. So listen, Saquon understands what it means to be a Philadelphia Eagle, right? He understands the pressure he's under coming into the Philadelphia Eagles organization, but he also thrives in it. He's looking forward to it. And let's turn this off. He understands what it comes with. And he also understands that the fact of the matter is the Eagles have not invested this kind of money at the running back position. They haven't. This is not what they do. Historically, the Philadelphia Eagles do not pay running backs big money. The last running back they paid was LaShawn McCoy. And then they traded him, a year or two later, something like that. So here's the thing. The fact of the matter is, when it comes to Saquon Barkley, he's a Philadelphia Eagle now. So when you bring him in, you're not just bringing in a running back. You're bringing in a guy that can catch the ball from the backfield. You're bringing in a guy that can be a solid blocker in pass pro. You're bringing in a guy that's quite literally a machine. So he's one thing I always say when the Eagles had to play the Giants, I always say this: it was only one person on that field that I was worried about, one, and it was Saquon Barkley. Other than that, the Giants was food. The Giants were never any sort of threat to me. But I've always felt like Saquon Barkley gave them a chance. Saquon Barkley gave the Giants a chance. Saquon Barkley kept the Giants relevant. Let's call it what it is. Let's be honest. Saquon Barkley kept the Giants relevant. Did he not? So I understand you're bitter as a Giants fan, but the reality is he chose to play for the better franchise. He chose to play for he chose to play for the team that he can actually win with, that valued his skill set. So Saquon Barkley, he knows what's at stake here. He knows that it's going to be so important for him to take care of his body, without a doubt. But I want to go back to what Cody said earlier. He says, who gets more yards on the ground? Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley or Lamar and Henry? That's a really good question. I think Lamar is always going to have more rushing yards than Jalen Hurts. I think Barkley and Henry could probably have similar rushing numbers. It's entirely possible. Because of the Lamar Jackson effect, Henry could really eat. He could really eat in Baltimore. So, I think if I had to bet, I'd probably bet Lamar and Derrick Henry will have more rushing yards combined than Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. If I had to bet on that, I think I would say Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry have more rushing yards. Cody, that's what I would do. Michael says, Tone, what do you think about the guys we picked up? We picked up Bryce and Lou Nichols from the Packers. Yeah, we had Lou Nichols on the roster before, I think. I think he was a practice squad guy, right? I think he was a practice squad guy. Let me see something real quick. Let me look at the Philadelphia Eagles current positional spending right now. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. All right. Okay. Positional spending. So as of right now, at running back, the Philadelphia Eagles got Saquon Barkley, Kenneth Gainwell, Ty Davis Price, and Lou Nichols III. You know another amazing thing about this entire situation with Saquon Barkley being on the Philadelphia Eagles roster now? You want to know the most dope thing about it? The dopest thing about it is between Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Saquon Barkley, that's a total cap hit of $36.2 million between 4 superstar talented players. $36.2 million between Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Saquon Barkley. Those are the cap hits. $36.2 million between those 4 guys. You want to know what the cap hit is for Dak Prescott in 2024? $59.4 million. You want to know what the cap hit is for Daniel Jones in 2024? $47 million. You see, when you do business like that, you can do whatever you want. When you do business like that, you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? This is the reality. This is the reality. This is the real reality. He said, look at the back of Jalen's contract, though. What difference does it make? Why are you living in 2028? We're in 2024. Stay in the present, Michael. That's the problem with the Giants now. Y'all don't focus on where y'all feet are. That's the problem with y'all. That's the problem with Giants fans and the Giants in general. Y'all don't know how to focus on where your feet are. You want to talk to me about Jalen Hurts' cap hits on the final year or the second to last year of the deal? You want to have that conversation? All right, let's have it. Let's have it. That's how you destroy your books. No, smart ass. That's not how you destroy your books. You backload everything, and then when it comes, you restructure. Something the Giants don't know how to do. You think Howie Roseman is new to this? He's true to this. Cap will always go up, and you can always restructure. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. Like let's really call it for what it is. Let's really be honest about it, right? Daniel Jones cap hit in 2024 is $47 million, right? You want to know how long it's going to be before Jalen Hurts' cap hit even gets close to that? Let me zoom in. Because I want you guys to see this. Let me zoom in. Let's look at these Jalen Hurts cap hits. Let's look at this. This is Jalen Hurts' cap hits. Look at this. 2024, 13.5 million. 2025, 21.7 million. 2026, 31.7 million. 2027, 45.8 million. It won't be for another 4 years before Jalen Hurts' cap hit even touches a Daniel Jones cap hit. And Daniel Jones is trash. And I hate using that word, but Daniel Jones is trash. Stop it. Stop talking crazy, Michael. We don't breathe the same air, Michael. We don't breathe the same air. Now, I will give credit to the Giants. 2 Super Bowls in the past 20 years. I respect the hell out of that. I respect the hell out of that. I respect that. So I'm not going to be one of those guys that's dismissive of Super Bowls because I'm not. You got 2 Super Bowls in the past 20 years. You did something the Cowboys can't seem to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to always be honest about that. I'm going to always be honest about that. Hey, Pretty Mimi, what's going on? She says, hey, Tone, glad I found on your new show. Did you part ways with Sports Take, new subscriber? So Sports Take was canceled by Jacob Sports. Sports Take is no longer a show on Jacob Sports. It was canceled. Jacob Sports decided to part ways with me. That was not my decision. Jacob Sports decided that my services were no longer needed. So therefore, I'm doing my own thing. And I always have done my own thing. That's how I got the role with Jacob Sports. But when I started working for Jacob Sports, I decided to invest most of my time into building that platform. And, look where it got me. So it's okay. No worries. No big deal. Business is business. But I am no longer on Jacob Sports. And Jacob Sports no longer is hosting the show Sports Take. Sports Take is no more. Shout out to my guy, Rob Ellis. Shout out to my guy, Derek Gunn. Shout out to my guy, Barrett Brooks. Sports Take is no more. And I am no longer affiliated with Jacob Sports. Thank you for locking in on the show, Mimi. I really appreciate you, girl. I really do. Thank you so much for locking in with me. I appreciate you. Thank you. But again, back to the cap hits. Back to the cap hits. Jalen Hurts, 13.5 million in 2024. In 2025, 21.7. In 2026, 31.7. In 2027, 45.8. And in 2028, 54.1. And by then, the restructure will already be in effect if Jalen Hurts is still here. Right? Jalen Hurts still has to live up to expectation. Don't get it twisted. I'm a Jalen Hurts guy. But the moment I feel like he's no longer able to do the job, I'm jumping. It's finito. So again, I'm going to always call it as I see it. I think Jalen Hurts had a down year in 2023. I think he had a down year. He has to own that. You can't turn the ball over the way he did in 2023. That's unacceptable. But other than that, other than the turnovers, I felt like Jalen Hurts was pretty on par with the previous season. He just turned the ball over more. That was the main issue. He turned the ball over more, and he was just as accurate. He had more pass attempts, threw for more yards, put up more touchdowns. He just had too many turnovers. And I'm not going to overlook turnovers. Turnovers are how you lose football games. Turnovers is how you lose your job. So Jalen Hurts can't turn the ball over 19 times like he did in 2023. You can't do that again. So I'm going to always hold him accountable for that. But come on, man. Come on. The Jalen Hurts cap hits are some of the lightest cap hits at the quarterback position, especially when you compare it to some of the guys that are getting paid where they're getting paid. So try again, man. Try again. Try again. But overall, though, I think Saquon Barkley is going to be a hell of a player for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think it's going to be one of those situations where you're going to have to pick your poison. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Check. Oh, what's going on? He says, "What's up, Tone? Didn't know you had a channel. Just subscribed." Hey, man, I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, Check. Thanks for locking in on the content. It means a lot to me. Yeah, here's the funny thing about it, Check. I've always had my own channel, but here's the thing. When I got hired by Jacob Sports, I decided to, within the past year, I decided to put my channel on hold and really focus on building Jacob Sports and really investing my time over there. And unfortunately, it didn't work out in the long run. Unfortunately, my channel took a hit, and as Jacob Sports grew, they decided that my services were no longer needed. But that's okay. I don't take it personally. It is what it is. I don't take it personally at all. I don't take it personally, not one bit. They made their decision, and that's something that they have to deal with. But other than that, I have nothing negative to say about anybody. I want to make that very clear. I formed and made a lot of great relationships at Jacob Sports. My network has grown robustly due to me working at Jacob Sports. So I'm not sweating Jacob Sports at all. I appreciate them for giving me the opportunity to showcase my talents. I appreciate them for giving me the opportunity to hone my skill. So it's no love, it's no hate, it's no disrespect going towards Jacob Sports. They gave me an opportunity. I took it and I maximized it for as long as they had me. They decided that I was no longer needed, and that was it. That was it. No big deal. You know what I mean? You live, you learn, you win some, you lose some. Listen, y'all know how we give it up on Chalk It Up Sports. If you're new to the content, I appreciate you guys so much. If you're new to the show, y'all already know how I give it up. If you guys have been loyal supporters of me, y'all know how y'all know the mantra. Y'all know the lingo, right? No matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. You feel me? I won and I lost. But no matter what, I charge it to the game. It's a part of it, man. I don't lose no love in these streets. I don't lose no love. Every opportunity is another lesson learned. You know what I mean? No matter how long the opportunity lasted, no matter how short it lasted. Jacob Sports gave me some of the best 2 years of my life because I learned a lot. I learned what to do. I learned what not to do. And now we got Bryce Huff on the mound. Bryce Huff is speaking to the Philadelphia Eagles, you guys. All right, here we go. Bryce Huff is speaking to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Just like when everything opened up on Monday. I mean, I've been seeing rumors and stuff, but when everything opened up, my agent hit me up and was like, "I think they're gonna come out to you."
Here we go. Bryce Huff speaking to the people.
Really, just the culture and like the team that's being built.
Shout out to Check O for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat.
So I feel like I fit in with that.
The blonde boy, thank you.
You feel like you're ready for a more expanded role in the defense? I think 51% of the defensive snaps most of played this season. Do you feel like you're ready for more than that?
So I feel like I'm capable of taking on a bigger role and really like doing as much.
Very good question.
Us win on Sunday.
What do you attribute your explosion to sacks from 2022 to 2023? What do you attribute to that?
Just being consistent as far as my work and my process throughout the week. Really honing.
Shout out to Check O for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you.
Listening to my coaches as far as like a rush plan, working together with my teammates on the D line, and just like working like as a team to.
I feel like my biggest concern with Bryce Huff is, can the motor still run hot if the opportunities go up?
it's just meant a lot to me, just knowing that I came in playing for pennies, so to speak, in comparison to other guys in my position, and finally being able to sign that deal and solidify myself as one of some like up there with like top of like my position group is really cool.
How much more do you feel like there is in your game? Big year last year, but do you feel like there's a lot more to kind of grow as a player?
Yeah, definitely.
Once again, shout out to Checo with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, my man. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Shout out to Checo with the $4.99 super chat. Shout out to Furman Figueroa for donating $6 to the channel. He put up 3 $2 super chats. Shout out to Furman Figueroa, and also shout out to Cody's Nuts for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the love and support. We're going up, man. The content is always gonna keep flowing. Thank y'all so much. We got Bryce Huff. We got Bryce Huff talking right now to the Philadelphia Eagles media.
They've been talking about Saquon maybe being traded. Are you of the mindset you hope not?
I mean, I've heard the rumors, but at the end of the day, like I'm just looking forward to beating the guys in the room, and like hopefully I can learn from him and some of the other guys that are in the room that have played at a high level.
Anyone in that participant?
Yeah, I've spoken to I think Brandon BG hit me up on Instagram and was like, "Welcome to the team," but besides that, I haven't been in contact with him yet.
You had a pretty successful game against the Eagles last season. What do you remember about that particular game?
I just remember like us being really dialed in on our game plan as a defense, and we were really looking to try to stop Jalen in whatever ways that we could. You know, like how explosive he is as a quarterback and how explosive the offense is. But myself personally, I was just able to win my one-on-ones and get home with my D-line and make an impact.
Bryce Huff is speaking to the media right now for the Philadelphia Eagles. Bryce Huff. They signed Bryce Huff to a 3-year, $51 million contract. He's going to be making an average salary of $17 million per season.
Getting after the quarterback, but outside of that, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help us win on Sundays, regardless of if that's dropping the coverage or stopping the run more or running more twists or stunts, like whatever it is, I'm ready to do it.
Do you see yourself competing for a starting spot?
Yeah, I feel like I'm at that point.
Do you have a preference, left or right side, or does it not matter to you? Do you feel you're stronger on one side or the other?
No, sir, I don't really have a preference. I just do what's best for the defense and go out there and put my best.
Bryce Huff.
Forward.
Well, the first few years of your career,
Bryce Huff speaking in front of the Philadelphia Eagles media.
As much as you hoped from the production that you wanted, what kind of got you through that until last year when it all came together?
Honestly, just finding ways to get better every day.
Trey 979 says going against Jack Driscoll was a blessing, huh? Oh man, that's funny, Trey.
I feel like my toughness, my get off, my relentless attitude when it comes to making plays, whether it's chasing down a quarterback or setting the edge.
One-on-ones is maybe your greatest strength?
Yeah, I feel like my ability to win one-on-ones is definitely one of my best attributes.
What's the next step for you?
Just continue to grow, continue to get better, and just continue to find ways to help the team win on Sundays.
What do you know about Vic Fangio and his team?
I'm really curious to see
Puts guys in the best position.
how Big Fangio. I'm really curious to see how Big Fangio uses Bryce Huff. I'm curious.
They've been.
Pretty Mimi says Bryce is from my home state. We're proud of all of our Bama boys. Okay, Pretty Mimi holding it down in Alabama. Okay, holding it down.
I meant a lot just because
holding it down.
We had to grind it out.
What college did he go to?
And just to be able to lead that group, like the guys we had.
Bryce Huff. Let's find out real quick what college he went to.
Jermaine, like all those guys were ballers.
He went to Memphis. That's what it was. He went to Memphis. Undrafted guy, man. Really grinded.
So what? Yeah, I was really just training, just working out. My agent was calling me, giving me updates and stuff like that. It's
insane how an undrafted guy just got paid like this, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, so I had 47 in high school, and then I think they did just kind of stick it to me, but I happen to have in the past. But I think I will end up with 0 this year. Yeah.
As an undrafted guy, as you came in,
to where you are right now, standing in front of us, where do you think you've improved the most?
Shout out to Pin 9617 with the $1.99 super chat, man. Thank you so much. Hey, Tone, enjoying the content. Keep it coming. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the love and support. I appreciate you donating to the channel. Wow.
It's just a cool number. A lot of the single digits were already taken up, so I think that'll just fit best for me.
I really appreciate it, Pen. Thank you so much with the $1.99 super chat. Every penny, every dollar counts, you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Single team thought you were.
I really appreciate it.
Worthy of a draft pick. It kind of just stays in the back of your mind.
He missed his pro day because of COVID. Yeah, you're right, man. Well, COVID, you know what I mean. COVID.
Like most of the guys on the team.
And he wasn't invited to the combine. Wow. See, this is what I'm talking about, right?
It's definitely gonna stick with me.
Other teams were pursuing him. Other teams were pursuing him.
This is what I'm talking about, right? You know, when it doesn't matter where you fail. It doesn't matter if you undrafted or how people rate you. It's about the work you put in every single day. He is a prime example. If you work hard enough, you can get to the NFL. You can get there. You got to put that work in.
How much they want to be, and if they had a plan for me, or if they just wanted to stick me out there and just let me do my thing. And also the culture, like I said before, like
Bryce Huff,
great, like,
new edge rusher for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Like of the best in the league when it comes
6'3",
consistently
255 pounds.
Good players and have them go out there and do their thing. Also,
big body, coming off of a 10-sack season, undrafted player. The biggest contract to an undrafted non-skilled guy in NFL history.
I just want to be able to show that I'm one of the best in the league. And I want to continuously work and go out there and prove that every Sunday. Thank you.
Bryce Huff. There we go. Bryce Huff, man. I like how he came in. Calm, cool, collected, humble attitude, just looking to put the work in. See, I like this guy because here's the thing. He's an undrafted guy, and he's been grinding so hard to get to this position. He doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that's just going to stop working hard because he got paid. He was an undrafted guy. It's embedded in his DNA to continue to grind like this because he was an undrafted guy. It's ingrained in his psyche at this point. He's been playing on pennies on the dollar for the past 4 seasons. And now he has an opportunity. Now he has an opportunity to really show why he should have been drafted. Why he got that money. So shout out once again to Pen 9617 for the $1.99 super chat. Really appreciate you, man. I really do. And shout out to Furman Figueroa with another $5. Listen, Furman, man, you are really serving me right now, my friend. And I really appreciate you for always locking in. I do not take this for granted, not one bit, sir. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. We got 121 people tuned in on the Twitter side. Well, let's put it this way. We got 139 total people watching the live stream. We got 121 people watching on Twitter, and we got 18 people watching on the YouTube channel. So all you guys on Twitter, make sure you guys retweet. Make sure you guys hit that heart button as well. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. You guys can subscribe via my link in my Twitter bio. You click that link. It'll take you to my my YouTube page, and you can subscribe that way. Or however you got to do it. Just make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell so you know whenever I go live. But I also don't mind you guys watching on Twitter as well. I really appreciate that too. I don't take that for granted. And then you guys on the YouTube side, that's the 20 people that's watching on the YouTube side. Thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all continue to hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell so you know whenever the content goes up. And also make sure you guys stay subscribed. I really do appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me, man. It means a lot to me. So Furman Figueroa, he's with the $5 super chat once again. I think so far today, Furman has donated $11 to the YouTube channel, man. Thank you. It really means a lot, man. You guys are awesome. All of you guys are awesome. Furman, Pin 9617, Check O donating $4.99. Cody's Nuts donating $10, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are truly one of one. Thank you. So Furman asks, Tone, do you feel Kelsey or Fletcher might come back mid-season if we're rolling like we were 2 years ago? I can see it. Remember, we got Sue and Joe. Yeah, but here's the difference, though, Furman. Here's the difference. Sue and Linval Joseph weren't retired. They were just free agents. That's the difference. They weren't retired. They were just free agents. So Kelsey and Fletch quite literally retired. They're retired. So I don't know if that's even a possibility. I mean players come out of retirement all the time. That's happened before, but I don't see that happening. I don't see you wanting to upset your offensive line and what you built to that point. Remember, mid-season, I'm assuming 8 games have passed, 9 games have passed, right? The last thing you want to do is throw in a new center mid-season. I would never recommend that. And then Fletcher Cox, I mean, it's probably a stronger possibility for him, but I still doubt it because, for these guys, man, it goes beyond just, playing on Sunday. It's all about the buildup, putting in the work, Monday through Saturday and all that kind of stuff. So, just keep in mind, and Ndamukong Suh and Linval Joseph, those 2 guys were free agents. So, I don't think it's likely that Kelsey and Fletch come back. But again, I appreciate the $5 super chat. I appreciate the talking point. I appreciate the conversation that you're invoking because it's something to think about. But I just don't think it's possible, or I don't think it's likely. Let me say that I don't think it's likely. Vescal Air, he says you can tell Huff is a hungry dog. Absolutely, man. Hungry. And Jay, you know how we get down. Hungry dogs run faster. You know the vibes. Trey 979. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate it. Remember, guys, spread the word. I really appreciate it, man. Furman, I really appreciate you, man. Thank you. I'm going to continue to keep the content rolling. You guys have been holding it down for me. So it's only right that I do the same in return. The fact that you guys have been supporting me the way you have, especially in my transition away from Jacob Sports. I really appreciate you guys, for being as supportive as you guys have been. It means a lot to me. All the donations, all the kind words, it means a lot to me. So let's do a quick reset. Let's reset. Let's really go through the Philadelphia Eagles free agency moves. They brought in Bryce Huff was the first pickup, right? At $51 million. They brought in Bryce Huff at $51 million. Oh, okay, traded. You got 2 accounts. I was wondering if somebody copy you or something. Okay. All right, you got 2 accounts. I appreciate you, Trey. Thank you. So let's just recap Eagles free agency thus far. They signed Bryce Huff to a 3-year, $51 million deal. They signed Saquon Barkley to a 3-year, $37.75 million deal with $26 million guaranteed, with the contract potentially being worth up to $46.8 million or $46.7 million. So he has an opportunity to make between $13 million and $15.8 million per season if he hits all his incentives. But with the $26 million guaranteed, you can in theory you can say they have him on the books for an average salary of $13 million for the first 2 years, and they'll decide what to do in that 3rd year. All things considered, and then after that, they brought in Zach Bond on a 1-year deal, linebacker from the Saints. According to some Saints writers in particular, according to what's my man's name, Ross Jackson from the Saints News Network on SI.com. Zach Bond was an impact player for them. Was very impactful on special teams. Was very impactful when he had starting opportunities. They dropped him back in coverage. They allowed him to rush the passer. So he was a very versatile player for them. Zach Bond was brought into the Eagles on a 1-year deal. So that's Bryce Huff, 3 years, $51 million. Saquon Barkley, 3 years, $37.75 million when $26 million guaranteed. You got Zach Bond on a 1-year deal. An athletic linebacker from the Saints. The Saints have always had good linebackers. They've always had a good defense. So you got Zach Bond on a 1-year deal. And then on top of that, you bring in guard/center Matt Hennessy from the Atlanta Falcons. He missed out on the 2023 season because he got hurt, but you brought him in on a 1-year deal. He has plenty of starting experience at guard and center. Cam Jurgens is going to transition over to center, his natural position, and Matt Hennessy will likely compete with Tyler Steen for that right guard spot, which I like. And Jeff Stoutland is going to bring the best out of all those guys. That's an absolute fact. And then you brought in Devontae Parker. We can't forget Devontae Parker. That's an underrated pickup that we don't talk about much. 31-year-old wide receiver. You bring him in to play in a slot. You're not bringing in Devontae Parker. You're not bringing in Devontae Parker to make waves. You're not bringing Devontae Parker to make big plays. You're not. I mean, you would love for him to make big plays and have big catches, when it's time. But you're not bringing in Devontae Parker to make the biggest impact. Okay, real quick, we got Zach Bond in the building. Zach Bond is going through his introductory press conference. Zach Bond, linebacker from the Saints, on a 1-year deal.
Yeah, I'm not particularly sure about the plan, but I have a lot of experience doing both, and I think I can do both at a high level. So I'm interested to see where the coaches utilize my skill set and decide to play me, but I'm down to play wherever and do whatever.
I like that. Zach Bond is speaking to the media. He said, listen, I don't know what my role is going to be yet, but I'm willing to do whatever, whenever.
Yeah, the process itself was really quick. It happened really fast, and the best offer I had and the best opportunity to propel my career forward. And I thought it was a good opportunity for me to be in a great organization with a winning football team and do great things here.
What was the journey to the Saints like? Finding a place on the field, getting it there. What did you learn about yourself as a player?
All right, here we go. We got Zach Bond speaking to the media.
My experience with the Saints was very, very. It was a learning process throughout the whole thing. Obviously, I was making the transition from outside backer to inside backer, and I was able to learn and increase my general football IQ, and then at the end, I finally got an opportunity to rush the passer, and I thought I did a good job, and here I am today.
Zach, did you have any overlap?
Zach Bond, linebacker, brought in on a 1-year deal, formerly played for the Saints. He doesn't know what his role is going to be yet, but he's ready to make an impact in any way possible.
Yeah, he's one of my better friends from college. I played with him. He kind of took me under his wing. I was a grade below him, and he took me under his wing, and I saw him go off to the NFL and do good things, and I'm like, I'm trying to do that too. And we train together every off season. He's one of the
so the Commanders traded Sam Howell. Okay, I gotta see that.
Signing with the Eagles.
I gotta check on that.
Told me I would love the city. Had a big old smile on his face, and had nothing but good things to say about the people here, the organization, and the team.
You said it was the best offer and the best opportunity. What specifically about the opportunity?
Yeah, I think defensively, Vic Fangio, what he's been able to do throughout his career is
Zach Bond.
Really unbelievable.
He ain't crazy. He know that linebacker position is wide open.
What I'm able to do on the football field.
He got a chance to start. That's why he came here. He ain't stupid. That linebacker position is wide open for Zach Bond.
Winning tradition. What was it like seeing this franchise get from the outside before, while you were playing down there?
Yeah, it seems special here, and talking to TJ Edwards, you felt something was different with the Eagles, and obviously coming here today.
And here's the thing, you guys.
And walking through these hallways, everyone's greeting me with a smile on their face. Even at the hotel.
Zach Bond went to Wisconsin. He played with TJ Edwards. Played with
from miles away.
Was it TJ Watt?
The chance to finally rush the passer last year was something that you say.
Yeah, it was kind of the
Yeah,
first
he
thing
played
I
with
did
TJ
when
Watt.
I
He played with all those
wanted to
guys.
switch to defense in college. I was a quarterback in high school, and that was what I learned. But now, since I've grown and learned so many different
Zach
things
Bond,
about defense,
6'3",
general
225.
linebacker
That's the
play,
kind of body you want
I
at
think
linebacker.
it's two of my
6'3",
toolbox
225.
now, among many other things.
In what ways is your skill?
And he's athletic, he's fast. Can rush the
Yeah,
passer
my
and can drop back in
speed,
coverage.
my quickness, effort, energy. I think those fit in his scheme, and that's ideal for what he's looking for as well.
You mentioned the success to propel your career. What does that look like for you?
What in?
Did you propel your career? Like, what do you think you're going to be able to do?
Yeah, maybe I'm looking to sign a long-term deal with a team and provide for my family. Ultimately is the goal.
You mentioned playing quarterback in high school.
I like that answer. At the end of the day, he knows it's a business. This is about getting a long-term deal from anybody.
Kind of understanding kind of overrated by us.
Yeah, I get that question a lot.
I'll answer that question, Furman, in a
I said
second.
I
I
was
got you,
quarterback
Furman.
in
Give
high
me a
school,
moment.
But I was really like a running back, so I was just running zone read and taking the ball myself every time. And then the Badgers saw a good fit at linebacker, which I'm very thankful for.
In New Orleans, you were a core special teams player. Is that something you still see for yourself as a second contract guy?
Yeah, I mean, special teams gave me an opportunity in this league, and I'm an effort and energy guy, and that's what it takes to play special teams.
Zach Bond, he's 27 years old.
That'll ever leave
He
me.
came into the league at 24 years old. So he was an older rookie, but high energy guy, stays healthy, high impact guy on special teams. And whenever he got the opportunities to start, especially in 2023,
eyes and
he
awareness,
got sacks, got
anticipation,
interceptions, got fumbles.
visualizing what's coming, and a lot of film study.
Have you had a chance?
Got quarterback hits. Just an athletic guy.
In the morning, actually, we had breakfast together at the hotel, and just good guys. Yeah, I'm looking forward to spending more time with them.
So, were you a quarterback in
No, just the quarterback in high school. Yeah.
It's like, that's pretty good linebackers. Really, TJ Watt. Do you feel like that's kind of the reputation that Wisconsin has, producing that linebackers?
Absolutely. We all had overlap when we were there. I think we all just saw the vision, the example that was set ahead of us. And ironically enough, all those guys that you just listed were all quarterbacks in high school as well.
Wow, that's hilarious. See, Zach Bond, being a former linebacker for Wisconsin, I had faith in his work ethic. I had faith in his motor.
Yeah, talking about our day, our travel experience, where we're going to live in Philly, logistics, family. It was kind of all over the place.
Were you in that championship game? Wisconsin played against Penn State and Saquon.
Unfortunately, yes.
Do you have any memories of Saquon from that game?
I was mainly just a special teamer. I was a redshirt freshman, but yeah, I do.
We've seen a lot of Jalen over the years. So his first start with the Saints. What's your memories playing against Jalen?
We got 157 people on the live stream. You guys just hop in and we're listening to the press conferences that went on today. Saquon Barkley, Bryce Huff, Zach Bond, new Philadelphia Eagles. We got 134 people on Twitter watching. We got 23 people on YouTube watching. You guys are awesome. Smash that like button. Keep it locked, you guys. You guys are tuned in to Chalk It Up Sports with your boy Tone DeShields II, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. We keeping the content rolling, baby. We just got to charge it to the game.
Was on the sideline teaching me moves on the sideline.
I got you on the Devin White question. I got you guys.
Do this. So supportive and so encouraging, because at my time in New Orleans, they all knew I could pass rush. They've seen it, but I just never got the opportunity. So
Spa City Chop, thank you, man. I appreciate you being here.
They were excited for me.
Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Also, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter if you like. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. But any kind of support you guys provide, it means a lot to me. We got, people donating to the channel. Furman Figueroa donated $11 today.
I'd be lying if I said it wasn't.
Penn donated today. Check O, Cody's Nuts. Thank you guys so much for donating to the channel, man. You guys have been awesome.
Inside linebacker and work on my craft that way.
You like the term hybrid, and do you feel like that is part of your game?
Do I like the term? I think so.
Is it because it helps you, or what?
I think hybrid sounds like a good term, actually. Probably better than it is. Because you're doing a lot of different things and you're kind of not settling into one. But I think I truly can do a lot of different things.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
All right, there we go, guys. That was it. You guys. So overall, I think all these guys understand the assignment in Philadelphia. They're all looking for something to prove. They're all trying to grind out. They're all trying to grind it out, and they're all trying to make a name for themselves and prove why they deserve the opportunities they've been given. I'm really excited to see what Zach Bond brings to the table. I really, really am. I think he's going to be one of those low risk, high reward type of players. I'm really excited to see him in this new look Eagles defense with Vic Fangio. And, I want to see how Vic Fangio uses him all over the field. Zach Bond, again, based off of the things I've read about Zach Bond from New Orleans writers, from journalists that cover the Saints. The fact of the matter is, throughout his career, he has been primarily a special teamer. But 2023 was his most productive season as a defensive player. In 2023, Zach Bond, he played in all 17 games, but he had 6 starts on defense where he was able to put up 301 total snaps on film, 30 tackles, 2 sacks, 15 quarterback pressures, 4 quarterback hits, 4 tackles for loss, 1 interception, and 2 pass deflections. So he definitely has an opportunity to really push Nakobe Dean. He has an opportunity to push Patrick Johnson. That linebacker position is wide open, in my humble opinion. No one is locked in as a starter, in my humble opinion. Nakobe Dean has to stay healthy. I have no idea how good or how bad he is. All I know is he can't stay healthy right now. That's all I know. So Zach Bond, I think he came to the Philadelphia Eagles. I think not only was it the best offer he had, I think he also knew he had a real chance to be a starter, a real chance to get some high-quality film on tape, and a chance to earn himself some more money, maybe a long-term deal in Philadelphia, maybe a long-term deal elsewhere. But I'm really curious to see what Zach Bond's impact may be for the Philadelphia Eagles. That's where I'm at with Zach Bond. But overall though, it's going to be a really interesting season for the Philadelphia Eagles, like without a doubt. But yeah, back to your question. So you guys mentioned Devin White at some point, right? I'm not really all. See, there was a point where I was all in on Devin White, but I think I'm off the Devin White train. He has not been the same player since that Super Bowl year as a rookie. He got benched in 2023. So I have a hard time really going all in on Devin White. He's still a free agent. So that should tell you guys everything you need to know. There are guys that got signed before him. The Eagles signed Zach Bond before they signed Devin White. Patrick Queen got signed. Patrick Queen's a great player, by the way. But overall, my point is, Devin White didn't have a good 2023 season at all. And he's just been declining. He's been a liability in pass coverage. So overall, man, when I think about all the players that got signed before him, it tells you everything. It tells you everything you really need to know about where Devin White and how he's looked at in the league right now. Jordan Hicks got signed before him. Justin Uche got signed before him. Anthony Walker got signed before him. Andrew Van Ginkel got signed before him. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about it from that perspective, Devin White, what's his market right now? What's his market? I think his market is plummeting. Spa City says, they're not picking up that 50 on Davis. Well, this year is going to tell us everything about Jordan Davis, right? Spa. It's going to tell us everything. Is Jordan Davis worth the long-term commitment? It's going to tell us everything we need to know, Spa City. Trade 979 says Zach Bond looks like a hungry guy. Most guys don't have dreams at 23. Yeah, man. That's a fact. Infamous says bye-bye draft pick. Dog, we didn't tamper, man. We did not tamper. Okay, Infamous says we just traded Sam Howell for a fourth. Okay, he says we traded Sam Howell and the fourth for a sixth. Oh, okay. My bad, Infamous. You got to give me some commas in there. Got to give him some commas. So Infamous just said Sam Howell was traded. Sam Howell, a fourth, and a sixth were traded to the Seattle Seahawks for a third and a fifth. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, you guys are either drafting Caleb Williams or Drake May. Simple as that. Infamous, you funny as hell, man. But yeah, man, not a bad trade. Yeah, I mean, this tells me you guys are going all in on this upcoming draft at quarterback. Whoever the quarterback is y'all draft, y'all going all in. Oh, you want Jalen Daniels? Well, guess what, man? At pick number 2, you might have to trade back because I don't know if. See, here's the thing, Infamous. You guys have the second overall pick, right? Would you take a risk and trade back a couple spots so you can get some compensation and then draft JD? Does that make sense? Because, like, don't you think drafting JD number 2 overall is a bit high? Would you trade back and try to get him? Let me know. Would you trade back and try to get him? Because I think that may be the smartest decision. You can get some more draft picks. You trade back a little bit. You get Jalen Daniels. Listen, the Washington Commanders are. I have a ton of respect for what the Commanders are doing. A ton of respect. But they got to put it all together at the end of the day. At the end of the day, they got to put it all together. They got Austin Eckler now. Oh, okay, Infamous. Okay, got you. So right now they got JD5. They got Jalen Daniels projected to go number 2. Okay. Hey, listen. Here's the thing, man. Regardless of how it goes down, you draft the quarterback that high. Listen, just based off of the sheer numbers, it's not often a lot of quarterbacks have successful careers that are drafted in the top 10. It's not often. You know, that Jalen Hurts draft class with Justin Herbert, Tua Tagovailoa, Joe Burrow, Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts. Those were the top 5 quarterbacks to go off the draft. 4 of those guys were in the first round. Jalen Hurts in the second. All 4 of those guys got big paydays. Well, I think Tua's contract is coming for sure. Did Tua get paid already? I don't know. But 3 of those guys got paid big money. Tua's money is coming. And Jordan Love, he got extended as well from the Packers, and he had a really good season. So it's not often where you have the first 5 quarterbacks in the draft class actually be successful. It's not often. So again, the odds aren't really in the Commanders' favor if Jalen Daniels is going to be successful or not, right? Same thing about Drake May, Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, all those guys, right? Bo Nix. The odds are not in their favor in terms of, like, all of them aren't going to be good. That's the thing. All of those quarterbacks are not going to be good. So you guys better make sure you pick the right guy. You better make sure you pick the right guy, because if you don't, you're going to have some real issues, man. Infamous says Jalen Daniels is the most NFL ready. His mechanics are flawless. He can actually read the field. He has the most accurate deep ball statistically and eye test. Plus, he's fast. Okay. Hey, listen, I didn't watch too much. I didn't watch, too much college, if at all. Right? I didn't watch Jalen Daniels in college. So I'm taking your word for it. Furman says, I love Jalen. I love Jalen with all my soul, but watch Love be the best out of the class. Interesting. So you think Love is going to be better than Burrow and Herbert? I like Jordan Love, by the way. He has an arm. But you think Jordan Love's going to be better than Joe Burrow, Herbert, and Tua? Okay. That's interesting. I'm really curious to see how that's really interesting. Tone, Kurt Bernikeff. That sounds familiar. Who is that? I don't think I do though. Who is that? Yeah, Burrow does get hurt all the time. That's a good point. We're about to get out of here though, you guys. I really appreciate you guys for locking in for as long as you guys had, man. We've been live for 2+ hours, man. You guys have been tremendous. You guys have really been tremendous, man. I want to give another shout out to Furman Figueroa. He donated a grand total of $11 to the super chat. He donated $6 via three $2 super chats, and he donated a $5 super chat as well. So shout out to Furman Figueroa for donating $11 to the Chalk It Up Sports YouTube channel. Shout out to my man Cody's Nuts. Again, man, you keep donating $10, man. I call you whatever you want me to call you. So shout out to my man Cody's Nuts for donating $10 to the to the Chalk It Up Sports YouTube channel as well. I really appreciate him. Also, shout out to my man Check O. My man Check O. $4.99 donated to the Chalk It Up Sports YouTube channel as well. You guys have been tremendous. You guys have been giving me tremendous support. And I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to do my absolute best to continue to feed you guys with content, because this is what we do here, man. We're going to continue to talk football. We're going to have fun always. Also, shout out to Checo, $4.99 super chat. Also, shout out to Pen 9617 with the $1.99 super chat. You again, thank you, Pen. Every cent, every dollar matters, man. And I don't take it for granted, because you guys literally are taking money from your own pocket, your own nest egg, and you're donating it to me. And I appreciate you guys for always holding me down, for always being supportive. So the love is always felt. You guys are truly, truly tremendous people. So here we are. We've been live for 2 hours and 8 minutes, going on 9 minutes. I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna take care of some business in my personal life. But nonetheless, man, you guys are dope. I love all the promising words you guys and all the energy you guys bring to the table. You guys are so active in the live chat. Let's call it what it is, right? We got 145. We got 145 people tuned in on Twitter. 145 people tuned in on Twitter, and we got 21 people tuned in on YouTube, man. That's awesome to me. We got a grand total of 166 people in here today. You guys are tremendous. You guys were awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, Infamous, I'll check on that for you. I'll check on it. But thank you, Pretty Mimi, as well. For following me over here. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you for all the new followers, all the new supporters. You guys are great as well. Thank you to the OG supporters, the OG followers on my Twitter, on my YouTube page. You guys are awesome, man. So again, you guys keep supporting, and I'm gonna keep on grinding to the best of my ability, and we'll keep it like that. So I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II, and you guys were locked in on Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just gotta charge it to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry.